Hey YouTube, Denster274 here. Just thought I'd do a quick review on my latest toy. Picked up one of the Kel-Tec KSG 12 gauge pump shotguns. And I have to say, after shooting this a bit, I'm quite impressed with it. Sure wish I'd have had one of these back when I was still on patrol. Anyway, for those of you who are not familiar with it, this is a 2-tube shotgun, 12 gauge, in 2 3/4 shells. It'll hold 7 rounds in each side, and one up the tube for a total of 15 rounds. With 3-inch shells, you reduce that by 2, and it will also shoot the little shorty Aguila shells, and you can end up with 22 rounds in it. Now, I've made some additions to this since I purchased it. I put on an angled foregrip on the front end. I know a lot of people like the vertical foregrip, but I really prefer the angled foregrip myself. Put a set of ARMS flip-up sights on the rail that comes with the shotgun. And I've included a red dot sight, which is one of the UTG model SCP-DS3039W. This is both a red and a green dot sight. Comes with this cantilevered mount, which you can mount it either in a low profile or mount it up on a cantilever mount so that it perfectly co-witnesses with the sights. This is an inexpensive red dot, but I've had real good luck. This is the second one I've owned, and they're almost indestructible. And you can get them anywhere from $41 to $49, depending on where you buy them on Amazon or eBay. But really an exceptional red dot sight. Like I say, so far I am real impressed with this shotgun. It shoots well, functions fine, and takedown is real easy. In fact, I'll demonstrate that here in a minute. One thing that a lot of people have mentioned is that the gun is prone to short shucking. Basically, that means if you don't cycle it, firmly, that it will misfeed. Well, that is true to some extent, and there's a reason for it, and I'll show you the reason here in a minute. First, I'll take off my red dot sight. It also comes with a quick detach mount, by the way, and we'll partially disassemble this, and I'll show you the reason why it's got a reputation for occasionally being a problem with short shucking. That's how easy the trigger group comes out. And this is why. Basically, when you retract the slide, you'll notice these 2 arms here with the tapers and this long rod with the stud sticking up. These are what release the shells into the feed mechanism. Basically, when this part of the slide hits these 2 angles, it starts to raise the exterior shell cutoffs. At the same time, it contacts this stud here, and when it is pushed to the rear, it activates or pushes down the internal shell cutoff. So basically what you have happen then is that one shell is released, and the next shell behind it, is caught on the rim by the internal shell catch. Then when you push the slide forward, it catches up here on the front and releases the pressure on the internal shell catch and allows the shells to go forward against the external shell catches ready for the next charging cycle. But anyway, when you hit that, that's why you have to cycle it firmly, because if you don't activate these, then a shell won't feed. You'll eject the empty shell that's in the chamber, but the next shell won't feed. So it does require that when you cycle the slide, especially at the very end of the stroke, that it smack smartly into these controls here to reliably operate the function. As long as you remember that, it'll run 100%. I'm not going to take this completely down because there's several videos here on YouTube that demonstrate that quite nicely. It's certainly simple enough to put back together on as far as the trigger group. Just putting the pins in place. And we're back to having it back together and ready to go. Just that simple. Anyway, like I said, this the size of this and the basic weight of it, empty it weighs 8.5 pounds. Fully loaded, I'm going to speculate it's going to be pretty close to 9 3/4 to 10 pounds. Recoil isn't bad. It certainly is short, and with the dot and the flip-up sights, you've got a lot of firepower in your hands. And with a short barrel configuration, it certainly makes clearing corners, real simple. This would have been a great cruiser shotgun, like I said, when I was still on patrol. Wish I'd have had one then, but right now, it's going to make a really good home defense shotgun. Anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.